last time. Today we will do activity diagram. ATM operations. If all of you know what is a flowchart, so it's similar to a flowchart. So this is it will be there is, uh, at the ATM operation, we will put our ATM card, verify, right? If the verification is incorrect, so there is another rectangle which is a process cancel and show message, so it will be shown to the user. Otherwise, there is a condition. So actually, they have done it a little wrongly. This is a condition. This condition is verifying whether the ATM is correct or whether it is incorrect. So the answer would come here. Incorrect. Ask for multiple get to. This is a pop-up. They are being asked to withdraw. If you select this, then condition is you can also user will for the amount and you can say it will dispatch and show and printer say not available, it will go to transaction and ask for deposit and show the and incorrect, it will go to transaction update message and you will update the payment and show the message and any further doubt? My screen is not presented to you. Is everybody able to hear my voice now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, did you hear what I was saying about activity diagram, or my connection was lost? Were you able to see my what the diagram I was displaying? No. My screen is visible to you now? Class, my screen is visible to you.
Now
Okay.
I
Yes,
will see
ma'am.
how it is visible.
Now it is
Okay.
visible.
Okay. So we will be doing today activity diagram. Last time we had done sequence diagram and collaboration diagram. So activity diagram is the next one. So it is similar to a flow chart, which is used to represent the flow from one activity of the system to another activity. Like a flow chart, we show that the activities are nothing but the operations of the system. The control flow is drawn from one operation to another. So again, the activity diagram is similar like this. You have a start and an end. A solid filled circle, black circle will be the start, and hollow circle inside filled circle, dark filled circle will be the your stop. So like they are showing here, login process. You are login, and you will enter the name and password that is shown. The login and enter name and password are shown in a rectangle, right? And then a condition comes, whether your login name and password are valid details or invalid details. If it is invalid, yeah, incorrect, so you will come back to enter name and password. If it is valid, you will log in successfully and stop. So same way here, there is another example of activity diagram here. Here again, this will be a solid black circle starting point, right? Then a rectangle comes, verify ATM card and pin. This is for ATM bank operation, right? So if your condition will be there that where the bank will verify whether your verification is your card pin and all are correct. So it will ask for transaction. If it is incorrect, it goes to process cancel and show the message. Again, it will show verify ATM card and pin, right? So this arrow should not be with this rectangle, it should be with this condition. This diamond box is a condition box, so the arrow should come here and go to the process cancel and show message. And then ask for transaction has multiple options. So this is a fork operation. This black bar is a fork operation where you have multiple operations which you can do, like ask for withdrawal, ask for deposit amount, ask for balance inquiry, ask for pin update, right? So if you are doing ask for withdrawal, so you will put the amount to be withdrawn. So a condition appears and it checks whether the amount is available, or you can say the amount is less than the balance which you have or greater than the balance you have. If it is greater than the balance, then the amount is not available, and finished it will go to finish transaction. These are merging, the transactions are merging here. This will go to finish transaction. If it is available, that is amount is less than the balance, then dispense cash and show balance and print receipt and then finish the transaction. If you are asking for deposit of the amount, it will ask for the amount, add amount will be there, then it will show after adding the amount, it will show the balance and print the receipt, and then it goes to the finished transaction. Ask for balance inquiry, again it will show balance and print the receipt and go to the finished transaction. Ask for update of the pin. If you are asking, then it will there will be a condition, it will ask for your old pin. If old pin is incorrect, it will go to finished transaction. If it is correct, then it will show the message and it will ask for to update the pin, and it will update the pin and show the message and then finish transaction and then stop. Hollow circle, and inside that hollow circle will be a dark circle, that is your stop. In this, it is not shown here. So can you understand how activity diagram is working like a flowchart? Again, a process is explained here. Can you understand that, class? So I am just going to visual paradigm, and let us see how we will draw that in visual paradigm. My voice is audible, right, to all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Audible.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So we have to have a the diagram, new diagram we are adding, and this one is activity diagram. So this is activity diagram we are adding here, a blank diagram. and you can give the name of the diagram you want. So this has come here, right? So now these are the activities. The rectangular one will be the activity. This is activity parameter node that is not required. This is action, represent a single step with an activity which cannot be further decomposed. That means this will be the final one. This cannot be further decomposed. Decision node, the condition one. This is the initial node. This is the activity final node, right? This way. So we will put the initial node here, right? So you can put the activity from here also. So this is the action is there. This is activity. So whatever you want to put it, we are doing that. So here action we can put here, like here in your diagram it is verify card and pin. So we will put that verify card and pin, and then after verifying the card and pin there is a condition, I think. Sorry. Then after that we will put a condition. So this is a decision node. So in a decision node, uh, again you can give a name to the decision node, verify. So verify is the decision node. Now in the verify, you one action is, or you can say one activity is this, and we can have another one. So I'm just shifting it to here, right? So this action one, uh, here you can change it. So here we have put inside the name inside the that just increasing the size of this. So verify is the one, right? So you can put it accordingly, right? So verify is there. So if you want to name it, here it is incorrect, right? And here it is correct. So if it is incorrect, so then what you have to do is, if it is incorrect, process cancel and show message. So this will be your action. So process cancel and show message. So this will be this one. So you can increase the size accordingly. And this is ask for transaction if it is correct. So this is ask for transaction, right? So this again have to if I have to connect it to this one, I think uh, if I take from here, I'm taking the control flow one and putting it back here, right? Sorry. Not going. I think it takes another. Just drawing a line. Let us see it will draw a line or not. So this way we are connecting, right? And ask for transaction now. After ask for transaction, I don't know. This kind of thing we are adding branch fork node. So if we need to, why is it added here? Uh, can we change the direction of this? Not able to change it. You can have multiple things here. I'm not able to change the direction of it to be horizontal or something. If I take it from here, where is fork operation? Actually, it is not coming here. We have to take it from here only. So let it be. We'll keep it like this only. Like this. No. This is vertically. This is horizontally. So it is coming like this only in this. So you can have multiple another, suppose this is one action, which is withdrawal. Right, this is deposit. Right, so this way you can keep on adding another action which is there. So you can put it wherever you want. Just an example I'm showing you. This is balance inquiry. Right, so you can add another one which is update pin. So this is how you will have POC operations, right? And then you can also have this will all go have multiple things which is happening here, right? Condition again and this, and then it will go to one transaction, and that is shown if you have that kind of a thing, that is shown like this. If I am showing you. Merge, this is merge transaction. So if you have to do this, so this, okay, so it should not be a condition, I think. Join node, so we'll take join node, and this will be the node which will we get. I'm just giving you an example. So this will be the joining node, and all the activities, this one you can join, this one you can join, so that so if you have to take the, so you can join it here. So you can join this one also, this activity also, and all will come to a final transaction. And after that, if you have to show stop, so stop is this one, then stop. So this is your starting, this is your stop. Right? Any doubt in this diagram? How activity diagram is drawn? Class?
So this is very
Yes,
similar to
madam.
the flow chart, right?
This is similar to a flowchart.
Yes.
It will have a start and a stop, right? And inside you can have conditions. You have
So,
rectangle.
madam, one thing I wanted to ask, that the communication diagram also has the same type of things that it returns to the customer, that like that.
No, communication and collaboration diagram are different. They show in like sequence diagram in this way it is shown. In
Yes.
collaboration diagram, message passing will be there, no? Like this.
Yes.
The process any process you have to explain.
But different ways.
Sequence diagram is different, collaboration diagram is similar to a sequence diagram, but way of making is different. An
Different.
activity diagram is different. It is a kind of a flowchart.
Okay.
Right. So what they are asking you to make two activity diagram. One is online banking system. The other is draw activity diagram for online examination system. So if it is an online banking system, think of the probable process of online banking. You will log in to online banking system, right? Right. After logging, what all things can you do in an online banking system? If your login pin is correct, then you will your homepage or your will be displayed, your dashboard. Otherwise, you will go back to the login page again if it is incorrect. On the dashboard, you can either deposit you can not deposit, you can do fund transfer, you can see your balance sheet, you can other, I'm not talking about other activities like open FD and all that. I'm just talking about the normal transactions we are talking about, right? You can do fund transfer, you can do bill payment for different things. You can do bill payment, you can transfer fund, you can see your balance sheet. Yes or no? Right. And in the different
Yeah, ma'am.
activities like fund transfer, you have to register a particular you have to add the beneficiary. You can do that. When it is added, you can transfer the fund to that beneficiary, and once the fund is transferred, your transaction is complete. Right. For the bill payment, you have to add the beneficiary again, or the bill the party to which the bill has to be paid, that person has to be added in your bill payment, and then you will pay the bill for that. If it is successful, your transaction is complete. Right. And in the balance sheet statement, if you want to see mini statement, you want to see, or your what you say, a monthly statement you want to see, you can put the details, and you can see the balance sheet accordingly. Yes or no? In online banking,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So that is what you have to make in this in an activity diagram. Right. So here, if we make an activity diagram, we'll see what they have given. So here they have given you this. You see here, this is a starting. In this, you are entering login details. Can you see that? Right. You are entering the
Yes, ma'am.
login details. If it is valid, if you are valid user, yes, so you will go to transaction interface, or you can say your dashboard. If you are not a valid user, no, then you will go to enter login details. Otherwise, you can register yourself if you are not a customer, but we are not talking about the registration. If we are valid user, we will go for transaction interface. Otherwise, we will again go back to the enter login detail page. Right. After that, enter login details. It is also showing new updates, feedback. We are not talking about that. So that is part of this only, transaction interface only. So in the transaction interface, you will here they are again given transaction, but twice you don't have to give it. For the transaction interface, you have multiple options. You can view account info. So again, fork operation, they have not used fork operation. You will use fork operation. Do you understand what is fork operation? Everybody?
Yes, in
multiple
the last one
activities.
you have shown, yeah.
Multiple activities which you can do, right? So you can, what all multiple activities you can do, there will be a bar and you can view your account info. You can you withdraw money from online banking?
We can transfer
You
money, but
can
we
transfer
cannot
the
withdraw.
fund, right? Then can you deposit the money? I don't think so.
No, we can
Somebody can.
deposit if we have two accounts, then we can
Ah,
transfer from
to
one
our
account to
own,
another.
to other accounts or something like that. We can do fund transfer. Display payment. Okay, you can do bill payments. So
Yes.
according to not ATM transactions we are talking about, we are talking about online banking. So you can do you can check the account info, view the account information, what you have. You can see your balance, or you can say mini statement or view statement. You can do. Then you can for transfer funds, you can pay bills. So all those transactions you have to make, right? If you are paying for any uh, bill payment, so what all things you will do? If you are paying for your transferring funds, what all you can do? So the such kind of a thing, right? In transferring fund, if the beneficiary is not added, if the beneficiary is already added, so that it will ask for the fund to be transferred, and after completion, your transaction will go to completion. But if beneficiary is not added, you have to add the beneficiary, and after that you can transfer, right? So accordingly you have to show it, and after that your transaction is complete and you can log out and stop. So they have shown in a different way. They are showing withdraw and deposit also, but that is not possible in an activity diagram. Let us see what visual paradigm is saying, is showing you what kind of diagram. So here, suppose if you go for edit design, I don't know. Otherwise, here it is login. Is it coming here? Huh. Here it is login. Then view account balance. It is there. So funds available. Why funds available? They are only showing, I think, fund transfer information. Then cash withdrawal also they are showing, but that cannot be done in online banking. So this probably will not be a
But I
best.
think we can fill the form from here and raise the request.
You can raise a request. That is a different scenario, but enter credentials validation. So they are just showing the login component, I think. Login information they have shown. So what I have told you, make it that way only. That is the best thing. You take the you log into the bank, then you're with your credentials, username and password. If they are correct, you get login. If you are not correct, again you will go back to the same process. Otherwise, and after login you will go to successful login, you will go to the dashboard, and in the dashboard you can you view your account info, you can transfer funds, you can pay the bills, and you can see the mini statement and all that. So that those things you can make in an online banking system, right? And accordingly activity diagram has to be made. So now they are asking you to draw activity diagram for online examination system. So tell me, on in an online examination system, what all options will you see? What all things will you have in an online examination system? You will log in again to the online examination system, right?
Exactly.
You will you will register for particular exam. first your successful login will be checked. Then after login, if it will check whether already your registration for a particular exam is there or not. If it is not there, you will register for your new exam. If it is already registered, you will select the you will you will select that exam and give that exam, right? If you are already registered, after giving the exam, the result will be displayed to you, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So that matlab you will select your exam will appear with your questions with multiple options, and you will select the particular options with the questions. After your giving of your completion of your exam, your result will be displayed. And if you have if you are not selected the exam, so you will select the exam, right, on a particular date and time, and then you will give the exam, and then your result will be displayed. So this kind of a system can make
Right.
according.
And ongoing timer is also there on the
Yeah, that will be
during
there.
the
So
online examination. Yes.
yeah, so there will be time based exam. So online examination will be like that. So let us see what they have given you an example for. So we'll go for some, I don't know what diagram they have shown you in this activity diagram in Geeks or Geeks. I don't think so. They have see they are giving you what all operations are there. Can you see that? This is a fork operation where multiple options are coming out. This is a join operation where multiple things come to one. Right? This is your condition, merge condition. This is guard condition. So that is there. I'm not talking about that. I don't know. They have given you some example or not. No. Examination management system. So they have there it is this is a start or initial login to the examination management system. Check user level and permissions. So they are checking the user level and permissions. Check permission, manage student, check permission, manage exam, manage marks, manage course, manage paper. I think this is for an admin. If an admin user, this is not from the point of view of a student. They have created this activity diagram from the point of view of an admin. So admin will log in, and then his permissions are checked. He's an admin. Then after checking the permission, he can manage the student, manage exam. So multiple times you don't have to give this condition. Only once here you can give a condition here. Check permission. So your permission will be checked. You are an admin user. So and after checking the permission, only one diamond box you should give. Check permission, and after that you are an admin. You can manage the student. You can manage the exam, manage the marks, manage courses, manage paper, and then you can log out from the system and end. This is one way of thing. So here they are showing this is login activity diagram of examination system. So start admin login id and password. They are checking the password if it is successful or not. User set user level and permission. So they are showing like that, but this is not a better option, better example. This is only for login they are showing, I think. Any activity, if it is there, let us see. So in this, they are showing this is a use case diagram, not a. So if you see a use case diagram, right? I'm just giving an example. Suppose a use case diagram for student register. So you can make for one process also, like for registration you can make an activity diagram. For answer questions you can make an activity diagram. For select paper you can make an activity diagram. So you can make a separate activity diagram for each process in the or each use case in a use case diagram. But I don't know. But we are explaining a process that how a student so they have shown you a process. They are showing you steps in the online registration process. They are saying start, user logs into the system validate user credential. If valid, show error and prompt login again. If valid, proceed. User select the exam to register. User fills in registration details. User submits a registration form. System verifies registration detail. If details are valid, show error and request correction. If valid, proceed. System processes payment if applicable. If payment fails, notify user and retry or cancel. If payment succeeds, proceed. System confirms registration. User receives confirmation end. So they are showing you what activity they are showing you in this registration process. So in the registration process, user logs into the system. His username and credentials are checked whether it is correct or not. If it is correct, it will proceed, and if it is incorrect, it will go back to the login page. User selects the exam after login for and to register. He wants to register for a particular exam. He fills the form with with registration details, and then he submits a registration form. Then the system verifies his registration detail whether he's eligible for that particular exam or not. So after filling the registration details, only the system can check, right, that he's eligible for giving that particular exam. If his credentials or his details are correct, then he will proceed. Otherwise, it will show an error and request for correction, right? And then if it is correct, then he will be given a process that he will be paying for that particular exam. He has to make a payment for that particular exam. He will pay for that particular exam. If the payment fails, then either the user is notified to retry or cancel, or the payment succeeds, then he goes ahead and the system gives a confirmation that he's registered, and he will receive the confirmation on that particular date or time your examination is registered, right? That is also one thing you can do. Yes or no? Right?
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
also one process which you can show in an online examination system. So accordingly, like in online banking, online examination, whatever system the activity diagram you want to make, these situations should be taken care of. Now I told you, have all of you downloaded the previous 5 question papers or not?
Not now,
Have you
madam.
downloaded? So please download it. December 2024 is not
Okay.
there on the website. I think so. Still, they have not uploaded anything on the website, but you can download June 2024, December 2023, June 2023, December 2022, and June 2022. Please download these papers. Go to Control F, find SOCIS, School of Computer and Information Sciences. That is your school. Go to June 2024 and go to MCNU, not old MCA, MCNU, right? And go to your subject code. You can download other subjects also, course codes. So this is object oriented analysis and design. This is your theory paper.
Ma'am, please share the link of the previous
Just
page.
write on Google Chrome IGNOU question paper. Write on Google Chrome IGNOU question paper. You will get that link, that thing only. The first link which you will get is that only, right? If you want, I'll still give you the link. Just wait. So this is your question paper. The first question is compulsory. This is theory. I'm not talking about the practical. This is theory question paper. So first theory examination will be conducted in December, and in end of January your practical examination will be conducted after the theory exam finishes. So end of January probably will be your practicals. So question number 1 is compulsory. That will be around 40 marks, and attempt any 3 from the rest. So there are 5 questions. One will be first one will be compulsory. Second, third, fourth, fifth, you have to attempt any 3. So first question like is, what is object modeling? List advantage of object modeling. Explain various stages in object oriented modeling. B is, what is time critical system? Explain how objects communicate in time critical. Also explain the need of synchronization in time critical system. C is what is persistent data, that is persistent object, you can say, that is permanent object. How is this different from transient, means temporary. What are derived attribute? Discuss the role that they play in design optimization. What is association? Explain one-to-one association with the help of an class diagram. So again, yeah, with a class diagram, you have to explain one-to-one association, right? You can show student and teacher association or whatever, saying one-to-one association it is asking you to show. Also explain how it is implemented. What is collaboration diagram? Explain how methods are created from collaboration with the help of an example, right? What is design optimization? Explain the task to be performed for design optimization. This is your from here, A, B, C, D, E were first question, which is compulsory. Second, third, fourth, fifth, you have to attempt any three questions. So second is this one. Third is define abstraction, explain how abstraction results in modularity. Also explain the need of inheritance adjustment in the design process. B is what is DFD, explain advantages of DFD. Fourth is what is dynamic model, explain the use of dynamic model with the help of, and this is what is use case diagram, explain various components of use case diagram. So here draw a use case diagram for online examination system. So here it is asking you to draw a use case diagram. And fifth question is write short notes on the following: aggregation, integrity constraint, implementation of control, object model. Right. So any from second, third, fourth, fifth, you have to attempt any three. So the link for this is this one. So you can take that link and the question papers can be downloaded from there, right? So this is June 2024. If we go to December 2023, again you will search for Control F SOCIS. Then go to December 2023, go to MCA new, and again object-oriented analysis and design. This is your paper of December 2023. Again, first question will be compulsory. So object-oriented analysis and design is better than structured analysis and design. Explain in detail. Justify the above statement. What is UML? What are its advantages? Draw class diagram for ATM system. See, class diagram is coming here to draw. What is inheritance? Explain advantages of inheritance. What is an association? Explain use of link in a representation of association with the help of a diagram. What is design documentation? Briefly explain the features of good design documentation. What is functional model? Which diagram is used in functional model? Explain in brief. So what diagram is used in functional model? A DFD, right? A DFD is used in a functional model. In dynamic model, you have state chart diagram, sequence diagram, collaboration diagram, right? And in object model, you have class diagram and object diagram. Second question says, what is state transition diagram? Again, a diagram is asked here. State transition diagram. Draw state transition diagram for ATM machine system. What is generalization? How is it different from specialization? Explain with the help of example using suitable UML diagram. Third is, what is a constraint? Explain how constraints are shown in a class diagram. What is serialization? Explain its use. Explain the difference between unidirectional and bidirectional association. Explain how bidirectional association is implemented. Fourth is, what is a component diagram? What are its advantages? Draw component diagram for ATM system. So here also diagram they are asking you to draw. What is aggregation? Explain the use of aggregation in object-oriented system system design with the help of an example. So you have to show aggregation. Then fifth question will always be write short notes on following: abstract class, use case diagram, sequence diagram, object class, and database tables. Right? Can you see that how question papers
So,
are
ma'am,
asked?
Yes, ma'am.
so ma'am, in this question paper, like one question was related to serialization, right?
Serialization we had studied in the theory. When we had done theory,
Yes.
it was about how in Java the serialization is done.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
same thing. Right. Then June 2023 paper is there. Then December 2022. Then June 2022. So these 5 papers you can download, right, and see how questions have come and multiple times on what topic the questions have been coming. So the diagrams probably will not be similar, because sometimes a class diagram can be asked, sometimes a sequence diagram can be asked, sometimes a a component diagram can be asked. So diagrams, so can any one can be asked. So it's not similar that every time same diagram will be asked. So it can be anything, right? So this I wanted to tell you that you please go through the question papers accordingly, right? So this is your activity diagram. So any doubt in the activity diagram? How to make it? Any doubt, class? How to make an
No,
activity
no.
diagram? Then the next diagram which is there after the activity diagram is state transition diagram. So if we go for the state state transition diagram or state chart diagram, right? So at any given time, an object is in a particular state, right? This transition from one state to the next state is represented by a state diagram. So it is similar to an activity diagram only. Only thing is that in a state chart diagram or a state transition diagram, we are showing that the object or the entity is in a particular state, and then when we go to another state, we are there is a transition or some changes are being happening, and then it goes to the next state. So this is what we are showing. For example, a person can be a newborn, infant, child, adolescent, teenager, or adult. So the state of that person is changing after a certain time. So that is what we are showing in a state chart diagram. So like a washing machine can be either in soaking, washing, rinsing, and spinning states, spinning or off state. So these are the states of a washing machine. So similar, something like that. So for creating that, like here again, similar to an activity diagram, there will be a start and a stop. So they are showing a state chart diagram of a washing machine. So first washing machine is in soaking state, then it goes to washing state, then it goes to rinsing state, then it goes to spinning state and stop, right? So this kind of a thing. Same way, if we show a state transition diagram of an ATM system again, so this is start. First, we are reading the ATM card. So the card is inserted. Card read successfully, so it will be reading the pin, right? If it is reading the pin, uh, if the pin is invalid, if reading ATM card is invalid, then it goes to ejecting ATM card. If after successful card reading, if reading pin is successful, it goes to choosing operation. If it is invalid, it goes to ejecting ATM card, right? Then choosing operation, you can choose the operation accordingly, whether withdrawal, update, whatever. So it will perform the operation, right? And then finish the operation and then eject the card and stop, right? Or
So,
you
ma'am,
can also,
is it
yes.
like something from ATM machine perspective, this state transition diagram? Because in
Yeah,
activity
this is
diagram,
this is
it is
this is
something from
showing
the user
ATM
perspective,
system.
right?
This is ATM system only.
No, I'm just talking about the
See,
perspective
that
of this state
activity
diagram. Yeah.
diagram is showing what happens in an ATM system, what activities are
From
happening
the
in it.
user perspective, right?
Any
How a
perspective,
user
user
is going.
perspective or an
Okay.
admin perspective, whoever's perspective you are making an activity diagram. So it will show that,
Okay.
right? From whoever's perspective, you can make an activity diagram. State diagram shows a what you say a whole system views perspective, and it is
Okay.
not showing that how the activity is running. It is showing what happens in the system, but it is not showing in a condition point of view state, like in a state diagram. In a float
Right.
in an activity
So the
diagram, you
actual operation performed by the machine itself, right?
yeah, a state is changing. First it is reading the card, first state is there, right? If the card is read successfully, then the next state comes. If the card is not read successfully, then it will be ejected, right? After reading the pin, if it is a valid pin, then it will go to the next state, that is choosing operation. If it is invalid, then it will again go to ejecting ATM card, right? After choosing the operation, it will perform the operation, that is the next state, and then it will finish and go to eject an ATM card, that is the next state, right? You can perform, after performing a particular operation, you can also choose another transaction or choose an operation again and go to performing operation and finish and then stop. So something like that, a whole overview of the system. But these are states inside the system, these are states, how they are changing. That is what they show. Can you understand?
Yeah, ma'am. So these are the state of the machine itself, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Right. So if again we have to make a diagram, and this time it is a state chart diagram or state transition diagram or state machine diagram, whatever name you want to take. So if this diagram we have to draw, right? So this is the
Actually,
diagram.
it's,
Yes.
state chart diagram, does it mean that it is showing a different states of machine or whatever we are
Yes,
taking in
that's what I
consideration?
told you. The transition, what is happening between the states. So the states of the system and how the states are changing from one state to another.
Okay, okay.
That is what we are showing. So this is your start state, right? Then you can add a state here to the system like this, right? Right. Just hold on for a second. Yeah, sorry. So this kind of a thing we have to make. So again, for making that, again you will put here. Here we are reading the card, right? So this is one thing we are made. Then you can make arrow to itself also sometimes, and in this we will be making another. Suppose another this we make. So this is if it is successfully read, then we will make a reading pin. If it is successful, you can put a message here, successful reading is there, so it is there. And if it is inval so I'm just taking it, oh, I'm putting it here, right? And I am saying this is, if it is invalid, I'm going to ejecting card, right? Something like that. So if it is, if pin is successful, so here you can say it is unsuccessful or invalid, whatever you want to write. Invalid card was there, right? So here again, you can again add a state. Again, if it is valid, here you will ask for the operation. If it is invalid, it goes to the ejecting card again. So, so this kind of a situation you have to make. So if you want to say transition, so you can add a transition. So like this. Can you see that? Right? Any doubt in this? You don't have condition kind of a thing like in a flowchart. Only start and the different state changes and the final state. Right? Any problems in this?
No.
Right, this kind of a thing is a state chart diagram or state transition diagram or state machine diagram, whatever you can say. So what they are asking you to make is a state chart diagram for online examination system. Now think of the perspective of a whole system of an online examination system and how the states are changing in that online examination system. Right now we saw the online examination system in a online in activity diagram. We had seen an online examination system, how it is working, right? So think about the same thing, but from the point of view of state changes. So what all things can you do? What all states will be there in your online examination system? Think of that.
There will be, first of all, the student will log in for the examination system.
Right.
After
Successful
then, he
login is
will
there.
search for he wants to give. Then he will put start for the examination before, or then he will have to, whether it is there, he will have to pay a fees, whatever it is required. Once the fees is
Right.
once the fees is paid, the exam portal will be on for him. He will go for the required examination because he has
Right.
because he has filled and paid the fees. So no issue for what type of exam he wants to select. Actually, what he wants to, that page will be reflected in the screen, on the screen. Then he will give the answers, whether it is a multiple choice question or it is a subjective type of question or it is whatever type of formative type of exam. He will give the exam, then he will submit the answers. Once all the answers are submitted, then the machine will respond. It may be of two types, whether it is a on the spot evaluation exam or it may be the result may be uh, obtained after a few weeks or few days, whatever it can be. The situation may be different for different people.
We'll probably not give options in this. In a state chart diagram, we don't give options,
Okay, so
right?
definitely we can.
There
So
is no condition for condition checking in this. We just probably say that there is a. We'll think of that it is a multiple choice question paper, and he
okay,
will respond, and the instance result will be displayed to him.
okay. So say the result will be displayed. He will get his marks score, whatever it is. He will get the feedback. He will get the feedback of his examination, and then he can log out. That's it.
And stop.
Yes.
Right. So the similar kind of examination system you can think of, like you will start and then you will register for the you will log in and then you can register for a particular exam. You will fill the registration form, right? If the credentials are okay, that means you are eligible for the examination. Then you will be registered. Otherwise, it will give you a message that you cannot appear for such and such. There is a qualification for appearing for a examination, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So you have to register for that particular exam. If your registration fulfills the criteria, then you will be registered. If you do not fulfill the criteria, then you will be the
Log out
system
of
will
the
be
system.
no, system will be asking you to opt for another exam
Okay.
for which you are eligible. State change will come. You will not give a condition, you will give a state. So first is you will register. After registering, your credentials are verified. If verified, if you are verified and you are eligible, then you will go to selecting a particular exam. If you are not eligible, then you will be opting for another registration for another exam. That means I'm not saying so in the after you have successful registered and you are eligible for that particular exam, you will select there are the availability of seat in that exam. Yes or no? In certain online examinations, the particular seat is available on the particular day or not. That is also a thing. Sometimes the
Okay.
seats are not available, or sometimes some examination have that kind of a thing. So if
Like
you
IELTS or TOEFL exam.
something like that, so if the seat is available, you will select that particular exam and give that exam. Right. If seat is not available, you will pick another
Other scheduled date.
other schedule date or whatever is there. That is another set of state change. And you will again on that particular day, you will again give the exam, and your result will be displayed, and you will log out and stop. After selecting the seat also, you have to make the payment. That I forgot. After selecting the seat that that this particular seat is available, you will make the payment for that exam, and you will appear for the exam, and then your result will be displayed.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So this kind of a state change scenario you have to make in a state chart diagram. There is no condition here. In an activity diagram, you have a condition that if this is valid, this is not valid, then you go here, then you go there, right? So that
Right.
kind of a situation is in kind of flowchart in activity diagram. So let us see what in an online thing what they have made. If this is a state chart diagram of online examination system. SearchGate is not opening. It will take a little time. So this IT source code also have certain UML diagrams for different projects also, so you can go for that also, right? So they have given you what online examination system project. So there will be different UML diagrams in this. So this is your this is your what diagram is this? This
Sequence
is a
diagram.
diagram, right? What is this diagram? Use case
It's a
diagram,
use case. Use case.
right? And what is this? This is
Is
an activity
activity.
diagram, but they have divided it like this. This is examinees, this is online system, but that
Okay.
is not necessary for you. This is what entity relationship diagram they have drawn. What is this data flow diagram? I don't think so. This has a state chart diagram. In this, it is not there. State chart diagram is not there. Case study. I don't know it will show all the pages or not. The diagrams are not. This is TFD. This is what diagram they have drawn. This is a activity diagram. Condition is there, na? No, they are not showing right now. This is a use case diagram. This is sequence diagram. Other pages they are not displaying. State chart diagram, so nobody is displaying right now. Let us see. This is activity diagram. This is they are showing a exam registration system. They have given a condition, but in state chart diagram, condition generally is not there. Okay, then let us. So they what they have started. So this is a particular choice. First subject choice. When you are registering for a particular exam, so you will select the subject choice. You will select the date. Then right, if the seat is available on that particular date or not, you will see. If it is available, you will get enrolled. If it is not available, full capacity, you will choose another date. You will come back to this only, right? So if you are enrolled, right, your if you if you are enrolled for the exam, you can either cancel the exam or you can appear for the exam. So when you appear for the exam in process, you will complete the exam and it will stop, or you can also show the result. And if you want to cancel the exam, you will cancel and stop, right? That kind of a thing they have shown you. So you can apply some of the things which is there in your system accordingly. So they have given that kind of a thing in your book. I don't know in which block it is. This is component diagram and deployment diagram. Okay, so in unit 4, here you have state chart diagram. So this is there at the end of the unit. So I don't know they have given you the diagram or not in this. So this kind of a thing. So there is no condition kind of a checking. Registration. So here they are showing you student states in a semester. Start. Registration is done. Term and start. Being taught. The student is being taught. If the students drop out, he goes to the stop state. This dark circle should be inside the hollow circle. They have put it outside mistakenly. So this is it. Go the student drops out. He is out of the system. If the student registration is cancelled, again he goes to the stop. Then after being taught, if the class ends, he goes to the after being class ends. What does he has to do? Here they have mistakenly written being taught. Should be exam. He appears for the exam and then stop. Right? Yes or no? Student state in a semester. So this is what here they are saying. Suppose it is an shipping process. Some items have to be shipped. So start. The shipment is collected. Filter purchase order. Get purchase order. Then confirm bill with purchase order. So the investigator will confirm the bill with purchase order, and after the ship investigator, it will stop. Otherwise, it will go to if it is an irregular shipment or a paper shipment, right? So it is so general shipment fault notice. If it is an irregular shipment, then general shipment fault notice is there. So notice is prepared. There is in shipment there is a fault. So notice is prepared and send notice to the supplier, and notice is sent and then stop. If it is the bill is confirmed with purchase order and it is okay, it goes to the shipment investigator and then stop. Something like that they have. So there is no condition kind of a option in state chart diagram. In the example in the system, what we saw, they were showing a condition. Condition is not there in actually the state chart diagram. You do not draw any condition in a state chart diagram. You only show states. So this is for online examination system. Now you can have whatever perspective your thing is, you can make it accordingly. Another is state chart diagram for online fund transfer through net banking system. So if you want to do fund transfer through net banking, then what is the states you will have? Tell me. Many of you must have done fund transfer in an online in a net banking system. So what all things you do? You log into the system, right?
First of all, log into the system, then log
You,
into open the page of the bank.
yes. If
Then
you
go
log in
for
successful, you go to the fund transfer option, right?
pardon, madam?
When you log into the system, if your login is successful, you go to the fund transfer option.
It displays the page of your account, the
Uh,
dashboard of their
that
account.
is okay. You in the on the dashboard, the fund transfer option is there, right? You will select that option,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? In the fund transfer, you will select the if the beneficiary is available, you will select the beneficiary.
Yes.
If the beneficiary is not available, the next state will be that you will add the beneficiary, right? After adding, and or if it is, if the beneficiary is available, or after adding the beneficiary, you will go to which option?
Setting
The
the
fund.
limit of the transaction.
You that is okay. You will set the limit. That is, you are, if you are adding the beneficiary, you are done everything. Setting the
Okay.
limit, whatever, you have done everything. So
Okay.
after that, you will transfer fund. You will enter the amount, transfer the fund.
Account number of the beneficiary, amount,
Whatever. Well, that
right.
if that beneficiary is added, so that is done already. Now you have set
Okay,
the limit.
okay,
You
okay,
have
right.
put the account number. You have put whatever details. You have already added the beneficiary. Now you will transfer the fund,
Mm-hmm.
right? And after transferring the fund, if it is successful, a message will be displayed.
Yes.
If it is not successful, then again the message will be displayed that it was not successful, whatever,
Yes.
right? And then you stop. And then you stop.
Right.
Finish the transaction and log out.
Log out.
So that is online fund transfer.
Right.
So there is no other issue in online fund transfer. Nothing has to be made. Only thing is you will log in. You have a successful login. Then you if you have if you do not have a successful login, then again you go back to the login page. If you are login, if login is successful, your status, you will go to the dashboard and select fund transfer option. In the fund transfer option, you if the beneficiary is added, you will select the beneficiary. If the beneficiary is not added, in the next status you will add the beneficiary. After adding the beneficiary, you and if it is already added, both will go to what, entering the amount to be transferred. After entering the amount is transferred and a successful message is displayed, and or if it is unsuccessful, or unsuccessful message is displayed, and then stop. Simple, right? This is online fund transfer, right? Any difficulty in this?
No, madam.
So up to now, you understood what is a class diagram, what is an object diagram, what is a use case diagram, what is a sequence diagram, what is a collaboration diagram. Collaboration diagram, other name is communication diagram. What is activity diagram, what is state chart diagram, right? again, I'm telling you this, learn the definition and the advantage of that particular. It is all given in your blocks. Study, you should know the definition, the advantage of that particular diagram, and how to draw that diagram. That you should know. These are the diagrams which we have covered. In the next session, we will cover component diagram and deployment diagram. These are the two last diagrams. So these are the 9 diagrams you should know. Class diagram, object diagram, use case diagram, sequence diagram, collaboration diagram, activity diagram, state chart diagram, component diagram, and deployment diagram. Right? Then we will go to this session number 8, which is this. We have a little bit covered the 4th block, which is this one. So simultaneously, we will be doing this 4th block, right? So we will be talking about how to convert that class into a code or something like that. But you do not have to write the code, but just understand. In this subject, you do not have to write the code, but just we need to understand this, that how the diagram is converted into code. Can you understand that? So we will be doing that later on, right? But in the examination, you won't be asked for writing the code. In the practical also, in that also. Again, this is the diagram they are giving, and they are saying you implement the following association in C++ or Java. Again, again they are asking you to implement in C++ or Java. And this is do mapping of the following classes into database table. So we will see how this is converted into a table also in a database. So these things will be in block 4. So we will understand block 4, and then we will do that, right? Simultaneously. So in the next session, that is tomorrow, we will only do this component diagram and deployment diagram.
Okay.
On next Saturday, Sunday, we will be doing these,
Okay.
right? So this is what from the theory part. This was what was left. So we will simultaneously complete that. And also, extension of your assignment date has been extended to 20th of November. Everybody knows that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So those who have not submitted their assignment, they can submit it now. Right?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, the assignments 222 and 223, the lab assignments, we can
Yes.
submit it in the typed form, right?
Yeah, you can put it in a Word file.
Word file, and then
Yeah.
convert it into a PDF and then upload it.
Yeah. Save it as PDF.
Okay.
Yeah, that you can submit.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. If
मैम
you have like in this, yes.
LMS में गलत फाइल अटैच हो गई है, तो उसे एडिट कर सकते हैं?
आई डोंट नो, आप ट्राई कर लो, मुझे नहीं पता एडिट कर सकते हैं कि नहीं.
ओके.
आपने गलत सब्जेक्ट का ऐड वो अटैचमेंट कर दिया.
हाँ, वो मैम थोड़ा कोड में ऊपर नीचे हो गया था, तो वो लैब वाला थ्योरी में अटैच हो चुका है, तो वो थोड़ा दिक्कत हो गई है, तो वो
ट्राई कर लो. आई हैव नो आइडिया अबाउट द एलएमएस की उसमें एडिट मतलब दोबारा से अटैच कर सकते हैं कि नहीं. दोबारा से अटैच करके देख लो. आई हैव नो आइडिया.
ओके मैम, थैंक यू.
अच्छा, तो मैं ये बोल रही थी, जो असाइनमेंट है उसमें आपको ये पता होना चाहिए आपका फर्स्ट पेज क्या है, डिटेल्स आपके एनरोलमेंट नंबर, नेम, ये सब ऐड होना चाहिए. आपका आईडी कार्ड भी अटैच होना चाहिए. और जो कोडिंग वाले आपके प्रैक्टिकल में कोडिंग हो अगर, तो आपको कोड लिखना है और उसका स्क्रीनशॉट अटैच करना है इनपुट आउटपुट स्क्रीन का, अगर कोडिंग वाला है. मेरा वाला तो डायग्राम वाला है, तो आप डायग्राम्स को सेव करके उन डायग्राम्स को पेस्ट कर दोगे. राइट? एनी प्रॉब्लम्स?
मैडम, जो इन्होंने सबमिट कर दिया उन्होंने
नहीं, जिन्होंने सबमिट कर दिया, हैंड रिटन सबमिट किया या हार्ड सॉफ्ट कॉपी सबमिट किया, डजंट मैटर. कर दिया तो कर दिया.
ठीक है मैडम, ठीक है.
हाँ, हैंड रिटन भी वो नहीं है. वैसे तो आपको थ्योरी असाइनमेंट तो हैंड रिटन ही होने चाहिए, लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल असाइनमेंट में आपको अलाउड है. आपने हैंड रिटन किया है, इट इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, बट आपको अलाउड है इन द प्रैक्टिकल कि आप सॉफ्ट कॉपी दे सकते हो कोडिंग और उसका जो भी
नहीं,
स्क्रीनशॉट है।
लास्ट टाइम तो कर दिया था कोडिंग वगैरह, क्योंकि इस समय डेट एक्सटेंशन थोड़ा लेट हुई तो इसलिए वो सबमिट करना पड़ गया, तो उसमें ये जो क्लास डायग्राम वगैरह वो वाला फाइल नहीं गई ना, ये हो गया
अच्छा।
बस खाली। बाकी जो मिला था वो तो कर दिया, लेकिन यहाँ से जो ये जो लैब वर्क है ये सबमिट इस बार नहीं हो पाया,
तो
बस
आप
यही है।
डायग्राम हाथ से ड्रॉ कर देते, या फिर उसमें क्या नाम है, मैंने बताया ही था आपको सॉफ्टवेयर, अगर सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं था तो आप वर्ड फाइल में वो ले
हाँ वही
लेते,
दिक्कत होगी।
ड्राइंग ऑप्शंस ले लेते।
हाँ, वो इसी बात का वेट करते रहेंगे, लैपटॉप में बना के उसको पेस्ट कर देंगे ढंग से, क्योंकि उसमें हाथ से बनाने में डायग्राम में फिर बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो
हाँ,
जाती
तो
है ना, वो
मैंने आपको
स्पेस नहीं बन
पहले
पाता ना फिर।
मैंने तब भी आपको बताया था कि आप वर्ड फाइल ले लेना और उसके अंदर पेस्ट कर देना वो सॉफ्टवेयर में से उस डायग्राम को स्क्रीनशॉट लेके पेस्ट कर देना या जैसे मर्जी पेस्ट कर देना। ये दूसरा ऑप्शन मैंने बताया था कि अगर आपके पास सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं है तो वर्ड फाइल में ड्रॉ में मल्टीपल शेप्स होती हैं, उनको लेके ड्रॉ कर दो।
चलिए कोई
जस्ट एन एग्जांपल मैं बता रही हूँ, तो
नहीं।
जिन्होंने नहीं किया है वो कर दीजिएगा अपना सबमिट, राइट।
राइट।
डोंट वेट फॉर द लास्ट डेट। अब ये लास्ट डेट का वेट मत करना, फिर वो सर्वर हैंग हो जाएगा एलएमएस पोर्टल पे या कुछ हो जाएगा, फिर तुम बोलोगे कि मैम मैं 2 सब्जेक्ट सबमिट नहीं कर पाया, 3 सब्जेक्ट सबमिट। लास्ट डेट का वेट मत किया करो, सबमिट इट बिफोर द लास्ट डेट। क्योंकि कभी भी आप खुद जो एमसीए ओएल वाले हैं वो हमेशा देखते रहते हैं कि कभी भी आपका सर्वर क्या हो जाता है, बंद हो जाता है, हैंग हो जाता है, कुछ हो जाता है, राइट। सो अकॉर्डिंगली काम करना चाहिए। सो इस सब्जेक्ट में कोई डिफिकल्टी किसी को आ रही है या कुछ डायग्राम में कोई डिफिकल्टी है?
अभी तक तो नहीं मैडम, पढ़ेंगे देखेंगे तो उसको कल की क्लास में पूछ लेंगे।
मैंने इसीलिए आपको बोला कि आप जो प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स है ना उनको डाउनलोड कर लो, राइट। तो आपको पता लगता रहेगा ना जो जो चीजें आपने की हैं, कवर अप कर रहे हो तो कहाँ तक आप कर पा रहे हो, कहाँ तक नहीं कर पा रहे हो, राइट। तो वो चीजें आपको ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेंगी। तो अब हमारे आधे से ज्यादा डायग्राम्स कंप्लीट हो गए हैं, बस 2 डायग्राम बचे हैं, कंपोनेंट और डिप्लॉयमेंट डायग्राम। सो अभी भी मैं आपको ये कह रही हूँ कि जितना हो सके प्लीज ट्राई टू कंप्लीट योर डिफरेंट डायग्राम्स, मतलब उनके बारे में पढ़िए, कैसे ड्रॉ करना है आपको पता होना चाहिए, क्योंकि एग्जामिनेशन में तो सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं अवेलेबल होगा थ्योरी में। यस और नो? थ्योरी में तो ड्रॉ करना ही पड़ेगा ना हाथ से।
यस मैडम, उसमें करना पड़ेगा।
तो वो आपको पता होना चाहिए कैसे ड्रॉ करना है, इसीलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ डायग्राम्स की डेफिनेशन, उनका एडवांटेज, और वो किस टाइप का डायग्राम है, वेदर द डायग्राम इज अ स्ट्रक्चर्ड डायग्राम और एन डायनेमिक, मतलब डायग्राम बिहेवियरल डायग्राम है कि स्ट्रक्चरल डायग्राम है, वो भी पता होना चाहिए। तो वो सब आपको जानना चाहिए, राइट। So anything, any doubt, anything anybody wants to ask? Everybody has put their name and attendance in the chat box. अटेंडेंस के लिए अपना नाम और एनरोलमेंट नंबर चैट बॉक्स में डाल दीजिए जो मैंने नहीं डाला है।
कोई
और कोई है, किसी को कोई डाउट है, प्लीज गो थ्रू योर स्टडी मटेरियल। अभी अपना स्टडी मटेरियल खोलना शुरू कर दीजिए, पढ़ना शुरू कर दीजिए। वैसे तो ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड एनालिसिस और डिजाइन में कोई मुश्किल नहीं आएगी पास होने में, इट्स एन इजी सब्जेक्ट, किसी को कोई मुश्किल आनी नहीं चाहिए, राइट। If you know the diagrams, if you know the definition, if you know what is object oriented analysis and design, object oriented modeling क्या होती है, उसके कितने टेक्निक्स हैं, ये सब एडवांटेजेस क्या है, स्ट्रक्चर्ड एनालिसिस से ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड एनालिसिस कैसे डिफरेंट है, तो ये सब पता है। एसोसिएशन क्या होता है, जनरलाइजेशन क्या होता है, स्पेशलाइजेशन क्या होता है, सीरियलाइजेशन क्या है, राइट, व्हाट इज एग्रीगेशन, व्हाट इज कॉम्पोजिशन, तो ये सब डेफिनेशन, व्हाट इज मॉड्यूलरिटी, राइट, ये सब पता है तो देयर इज नो इशू इन पासिंग द एग्जामिनेशन, राइट। So अभी किसी को कोई इशू है, कोई डाउट है? So should we end the class now? We'll meet in the next class, that is tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? So we'll meet tomorrow in the next class, and we'll do the next part of the diagrams which are there.
All right, ma'am.
All right. Take care then. Bye.
Thank you.
So I'm ending the class now. Okay. Bye.
Bye.